where will I'll be moving in a few months with my fiance here in the Philippines. Let's talk about it. Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Jesse coming to you today with another video. Feel a lot better today. I've been sick the past few days, in case you haven't noticed with some of the videos I made, especially the one about China. I did not feel good at all that day, so I had to be a little quick. I'm probably gonna be a little quick today too. I just wanted to give an update to everybody over what my plans are for the following few months, because I got some big plans going on. At least I think they're big plans. Some people might. We'll see what y'all think. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. That really helps me out a lot. It helps me to continue to make videos every Monday through Friday, and on the weekends if there's some big news report or something special going on, especially with Catholic stuff. And so here we go. Guys, I got some updates. As you know, I've been living in the province here in the Philippines since July 4th of last year of 2024. I've been living here with my fiance and her family. I've been checking out all the cool little things that you can do in the province area, which I absolutely love. I love the beach resorts. I love the beach, just period. I love the mountains, even though I don't get to hike them much because my fiance is terrified of hiking in the mountains because of the people there, and I think she's kind of afraid of animals there. I would be more afraid of people than I would be of animals. Animals are easier to read, I guess you could say, because animals don't really have ulterior motives. You know, they're either protecting themselves or they're hungry. That's usually why they attack. And if they're protecting themselves, they just back off. If they're protecting their young, you know, just back off. Make yourself, you know, depending on the animal, sometimes you want to make yourself bigger, sometimes you want to make yourself look less threatening. It just depends on the animal. If they're hungry, well, most of the time, unless they're starving, most animals won't attack people because that's not their preferred source of energy. Unless you're a polar bear. Polar bears are crazy. Polar bears are absolutely crazy. And I guess alligators and crocodiles, I've seen them do some crazy stuff too. Oh god, you guys got to see some of the people in Louisiana and Florida. I've watched videos of people, I think they're alligators, coming at them, and they'd be like these old people with pans. Just take that pan, knock that alligator out in the nose, and the little thing will run away. People in Louisiana and in Florida, man, they're crazy. You don't mess with those people. You'll hear all kinds of stories if you ever go to the USA about the Florida people. But I love Florida. Florida is probably one of my favorites, definitely my top 10 favorite states. It's a good conservative state that also has nice cities and beaches. Florida is a nice place to go. It's just all the hurricanes and then the crazy news stories you hear. Anyhow, I digress. I've been living here in the province for quite a while, almost a year, and I'll probably be living here in July still, as my fiance and me come up with a plan to move. We're going to be possibly moving to Manila. We've been talking to a guy who has a condo in Ortegas. I think that's how you say the place. Ortegas. It's a nice condo. It's 2 bedrooms. I think I remember 2 bedrooms, or it's 1 bedroom. The 2 bedroom was double the monthly rent as opposed to the 1 bedroom, and we only need 1 bedroom for now. And as a foreigner, I'm the only source of income. As a foreigner, we're probably going to do an in-house financing option. They gave us 3 options. One was a bank, one was in-house, and then I don't remember what the other one was. It was something else. My fiance said it's to help people find housing here in the Philippines, and you can finance through them. I'm not sure how that works out, but we're gonna have to come up with the down payment and the registration fee, which will not be that big of a problem. It's 100k peso. I can get that relatively easy, and then every month I'll pay, I think it's like almost 40k for 5 years and I pay it off. And these are pesos, and 5K or 40K in 5 years. Have it paid off, the condo will be mine. I'll have a condo for the rest of my life here in the Philippines, which is very nice, which is something I would like to do. That was one of my goals when I first came to the Philippines, was to buy a condo. And I know people say that the condos in the Philippines are expensive, and I guess, yeah, for some people they are kind of expensive. Not so much for other people, I guess. 40K a month is less than $1,000 a month for 5 years, and then I would own the condo for the rest of my life. And the area looks nice. I already told my fiance we're not going to pay the down payment or the registration fee until they walk us into the condo that we'll be buying, because I want to make sure that it's legit. Because for some reason, this isn't a problem in the USA, but in the Philippines, my fiance was telling me there's a lot of scammers. And I'm not sure exactly how that works out. I don't know how that even legally, well, it's illegal, but I don't know how they can get away with it. Because in the USA, that I've never heard of people getting scammed into buying a condo or a house, especially in major cities. I personally never heard of it. I grew up in a small town, though. I grew up in Kentucky, pretty small place, so maybe that's why, I don't know. So I told her that, you know, I don't want to sign anything, or I don't want to pay anything until I see the condo. You know, the doors are unlocked and stuff. We walk in, make sure this is the right one, and so on and so forth. But he did say that everything would have to be done in person. Like, we pay in person, we sign the contracts in person, all of that has to happen. And he does have a girlfriend or wife who also does real estate, and they have all their information up online. So I'm hoping that that's a good sign. That's our plan right now. The place looks nice. It's in one of the taller buildings in that area, which is something I like. Me personally would prefer a place that's higher up, because I like the city view, and that area is a very beautiful area. I saw that it was close to Makati, which is a place I kind of want to visit, because I also was reading about Makati when I first started coming to the Philippines 2 years ago. I was reading that Makati is a financial center of Manila, and I find that interesting. I find that fun, and it's a place I'd like to visit. We had tried to get a place in Las Piñas, but it was a little harder. There wasn't a lot of condos. There were houses, but a lot of the stuff there was mostly for rent, which I would have been fine with. But my fiance knew that I really wanted to own something. I really wanted us to have our own little place just for us. And she worked hard on finding that while I was doing schoolwork. She worked hard on finding that. God love her, because at first she said, well, let's just rent, and then she did a little digging and she found some nice places. The few times we've been in Manila, we stayed in Parañaque. It was nice there. Oh man, the traffic was insane where we were at. Luckily, the market was right down from us, and the McDonald's was right beside us. so I'm a big guy. I like my McDonald's burgers. But anyhow, we're planning on moving to that area of Manila. It looked nice. We read that it was safe. They had another condo in another part of Manila, but my fiance said no to that, absolute no, which is okay. She said it was because there's some violence that happens there, and I don't want to be around that. You know, I'm 34 years old, and I'm tired, man. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I want to stay away from the violence. I want to stay away from the drama, the drugs, any of that stuff. I don't want it in my life. I just want peace. And that's one of the reasons that I was glad we found that area, and we found those those condos. They're really nice, beautiful area. I saw that there's Subways nearby. I also like Subway. I like a meatball marinara on Italian urban cheese, pepper jack cheese. Of course, always have to have the mayo. Gotta have some mustard. You gotta have almost any veggie you can get. I love my veggies on there. I like the onion. Anyhow, all that. And then they also have Starbucks and coffee shops. I'm a big coffee shop guy. That's actually where I like to do homework, is in coffee shops. That's where I did my homework first, starting out when I lived in Kentucky before I came back to the Philippines, and I started doing online college. I started doing my classwork at coffee shops. I really enjoyed the scenery, but that's our plan. That's the plan moving forward. Right now, the first thing we're doing is we're helping her mom and dad fix their house, because we're going to move our aircon and our bed and a few other things that are just too big, and we don't want to pay for the shipping. We're just going to move that over to their place and take all the other stuff with us, because we don't want to deal with the shipping a refrigerator, or shipping a big aircon, or shipping because our bed's huge. Our bed is a king plus or something like that. We don't want to deal with all of that. We just want to go. We'll start a new life in Manila, and our plan is to build up their place, to fix it so they can use the aircon, and then after 5 years and paying off the condo, we plan on getting a lot and building a house, probably here or in some other province. That'll be way later on. That's our long-term goals, but right now we're really focused on what we need to do now. And right now we need to get their stuff fixed, which will happen. We're getting a carpenter to come over next week to look and see what they need, and give us an estimate on how much everything's going to cost and how long it's going to take to fix it. And at the same time, we're going to have money saved back until we get ready to go move to Manila. We'll have money saved back to pay the down payment and the registration fee, go to Manila, take care of that, sign the paperwork, and they said a month after that, then we'll be able to move in. My assumption is that it will be after July, so I'll be living in the province for over a year, probably over a year before we move to Manila, which is okay with me. The things that I need most, which is the VA support, it's in Manila. So I can go to the VA whenever I need to go, because it'll be right there. But that's it, guys. That's our plan. As always, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts below. Do y'all have any suggestions on places to live in Manila? Do you have any suggestions on things to do in Manila? Because I've never lived there. I would like to go out in the city at nighttime and see how beautiful it is. I'd like to just get a grab and just to have them. I wish I could do that and just have them drive me around at nighttime. I love to see the lights at nighttime in the city. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, what you think about the plan, or maybe you might think we should just stay in the province. Whatever you think, just let me know. Know that you guys are valuable and you matter. God bless and peace.